Yeah, hello fans, welcome to AR Sports. I'm Arafat, and on today's edition, congratulations Super Eagles, and we took the 3 points and 4 goals. And I know we didn't qualify outright, and we'll have to go through playoffs. And some of you are wondering, even the playoff, how did Nigeria end up in the playoff? Because you feel some other guys in the other group have more points than us in the playoff. So how did it happen? So I'm going to run you down on how it happened. Yes, how it happened. So I'm to run you down on how it happens, and congratulations to Super Eagles for being able to play their way um, into the playoffs. And just let me run you down on how this thing actually happened. You know, in Egypt group, Burkina Faso have 21 points, and Congo has 22 points, and Nigeria has 17 points. Cameroon have 19 points. Niger have 15 points. That's in Group E, and then in Group F, Gabon have 25 points, and in Group G, Uganda has 18 points, and in Group H, Namibia has 15 points, and in Group I, um, Madagascar has 19 points. But how comes Madagascar, Namibia, Uganda end up and Niger end up not qualifying? It's simple. And beyond them, they also have Burkina Faso that also miss out. Burkina Faso have 21 points. They miss out to Nigeria. You know why? You know, in one of the group, if you remember, that's in group in group in group in group E. In group E, Eritrea withdrew after they have played some matches already. Eritrea withdrew, so they have 5 countries in that group, and some people have already won their matches home and away against Eritrea. So for fairness and balance, since they withdrew, so FIFA now decide to withdraw all the points away from the other from Morocco, Niger, Tanzania, Zambia, and Congo. So if you had won Eritrea home and away, that 6 points wiped off. So in order to create a balance, the group, the country that ends last in your group, in any group you belongs to, so the minus those points against the table toppers and the best playoff. So the points are taken away. So like in that of our own group, which is group, group that's group C, which Nigeria belong. So Zimbabwe are the last in our group. So all the points against them were taken away. So if you remove those points from the last team in our group, don't forget that we drew with Zimbabwe home and away. You understand? We drew Zimbabwe home and away. So if you take away those points now, well, out of 6 points, we got only 2 points. But what it means is that we have the 6 points have been taken away from us, just like the 6 points were taken away from Eritrea. Any country that come last in that group, 6 points are taken away from all the teams that played them. So if you now do your plus and minus on all the teams that came second, if you take 6 points away from what the point they had from the last country in that group, if you do that minus, you now see that everybody dropped point. So Nigeria here now, we ended up in the in the point we got. That's the 15 point we got, and you now do your plus and minus. With that fourth goal that Nigeria scored, now gave us an edge. We now beat Burkina Faso to that fourth playoff spot. That is just what happened. Because from those guys that were having 19.21, if you minus 6 from them, automatically it drops. Most of them end up in 14, 13. Like those guys on 19, if you minus 6, they'll just drop down. Just do the arithmetic, just minus 6 from those guys that come second, minus 6 points, they goes down. So in our own group, Zimbabwe came last in our group. And this is a country that Nigeria drew home and away. We are beating the last minute, they scored us in Uyo here. So let's assume we have 6 points against Zimbabwe. So you minus that 6 points. So the points we got from Zimbabwe were taken away. So that was what saved us. And that fourth goal we scored now gave us a plus goal. So we now have a plus goal difference. Our goal difference became higher than that of Zimbabwe, that of Burkina Faso. That is how we ended up in the playoff. So sometimes in November, in next month, around 25th or so, there's an international window for the playoffs. So they will gather in Morocco, with Nigeria, Congo, DR Congo, Gabon, and Cameroon. One want to pair each other, the winner meets the other one, and then whoever wins will now go and meet. There's also another playoff again between the winner of the playoff in Morocco, between that of the South American playoff winner, and that of the Asian group, and other they will gather and then play, and then there are 2 spots left to be picked. So whoever picked those 2 spots, so even if we win in Africa here, we'll still go and face those guys, maybe Venezuela or Peru, and then maybe Oman or any other Bahrain or so that will come from Asia, and then others will join, and then there will be another playoff, and then 2 spots. So it's a long way, but we are hopeful that we'll qualify. I hope this explains how Nigeria got got into the playoff spot for those who did not understand. And we'll still have a long way to go, but we are hopeful that we'll get there. Sometimes, if you take the harder way to get a victory, it makes it even sweeter. So we hope we'll get there. But don't forget to subscribe to AR Sports. We'll always be there to give you the latest content. Our aim is to educate, to entertain, and to inform. So thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Keep the notification bell on. Want to tell 10 to tell others. Help us to get to 500. We want our fans organically grown. Thank you for following us. We love you. We love you. Thank you.